Hey there. I
I,
have
I thought,
amazing. Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I have amazing news. My news is Dwayne Johnson is my upstairs neighbor.
What?
I've been living under a rock.
What a
You were
great
not
intro.
expecting this.
What a
Okay.
great intro.
In today's episode, we're going to discuss something that I never knew it existed. We're going to discuss who's Logan Paul. We're going to discuss CryptoZoo scam, maybe a scam. We're going to discuss something that happened at the end. There was actually an apology video. I don't know why it was there, but Robert will surely enlighten me in the next couple of minutes. We're also gonna cover an amazing person who's on YouTube under Coffeezilla and has just earned a subscriber. I actually clicked subscribe 10 minutes ago. I think it's going to be an amazing episode. Robert, what do you think?
I'm so excited for this one. I've been following this topic closely for the past few weeks, ever since Coffeezilla put some light on the situation, and I'm really, really, really excited, especially at how the things are turning out to be in the end. And I'll be happy, and I think we can be happy to update everyone who has also been neighboring with Dwayne the Rock Johnson. So, without further ado, I would just jump right into it. Like the title of the video is, look, Logan Paul finally apologized. And what happened? How did we come to the apology? What is going on? We can start off first by going through who is Logan Paul.
Yes, please do, because I have no idea. Apparently, some kind of wrestler. For everybody watching the video, for people not watching the video but just listening to the podcast, we've got something from a boxing ring and a guy in a shirt, t-shirt.
So yeah, Logan Paul. I mean, his wrestling career is now prospering, but however, they gained a lot of popularity with his brother Jake all the way back in the early 2000s on YouTube and on I think it was Wine. They were putting up funny sketches like evil pranks, and they really started early, around the age of 10. Um, they've come a long way from there till now, to the extent that, like, if you can see the picture, or for the dear listeners, Logan Paul managed to get into a fighting ring with one of the best boxers in the world, if not the best of all time, Floyd Mayweather.
But how?
The
Is he that good or what happened?
No, he was just like publicly teasing him. He was publicly attacking Floyd Mayweather to the extent he was just like, okay, fine, I will publicly kick your ass, and we both get like $1 million for this match. And it was a super match. I mean, super popular match, even though like Logan didn't really put up more of a match, but he lasted until the end because Floyd Mayweather wanted to like just punch him as long as possible. He didn't want to knock him out immediately. He wanted to torture him as long as possible.
Okay, that
Um,
sounds like an amazing piece of trivia, but how is this connected to a crypto scam?
so we're just getting into it by explaining who Logan Paul is and how far he has come in the whole entertainment business. So that's how he became popular with YouTube, with public altercations. And one of his worst videos was when he was filming, I think, that dead bodies being hanged in some special place in Japan or China, something like that. And that's the first time he also apologized publicly. So let's not get too much into how he became popular, but we are here. And before we connect all of the story together, let's also check who is Coffeezilla. I'm personally maybe biased and a huge fan of Coffeezilla, so take it with a grain of salt and always do your own research. But what you're seeing on the screen, and for those who don't, you can just Google Coffeezilla on YouTube. Google Coffeezilla on YouTube. That's a fun one. So this is a guy named Steven, also known as Coffeezilla, and he has gained a lot of popularity by exposing scammers, influencers, warning people about scamming projects. And one of his most popular one is exposing Andrew Tate's a pyramid scam that was called the Hustlers University. He joined their university just to like expose it from the inside, to tell us how it is. He exposed SafeMoon, and a lot of other influencers that were promoting scams or were performing rug pulls.
So,
So now
detective guardian of the internet.
he is, I think, de facto one of the best detectives, and he takes his time. He's usually very, very to the point, and he's unbiased, which I think why he's gaining so much popularity.
I have to
Um,
say, his thumbnail or the picture currently in the slides looks like a superhero movie title sequence getting started. I mean, he's got a beard, he's got a white shirt, he's got fingers stapled together. He looks like he's thinking there's something in the background going on. If this was a video, dude, I would watch that.
And you should watch it. I think this is one of his videos. I'm not
Seriously,
sure which one.
nice.
Yeah, yeah. He's always dressed as a detective. But that's just the fun part of it. But he's really, really an amazing detective. And how this ties to Logan Paul. Before we get into it, let's go to the third part, which kind of explains where we're at. So Logan Paul created a crypto project named CryptoZoo, and it's in short, it's about hatching ads, X, NFTs, and in the most simple terms is imagine you buy some CryptoZoo tokens in which you can buy eggs. Those eggs hatch. And you can get a dog in one egg and you can get a cat in the other egg. When you hatch these eggs and like put the results together, you get a cat dog. Or in this example
So
that
you
we have,
breed them on Pokemon principle.
yeah, you breed them. Yeah, that's how you do. And in the end, you have an option. You can either sell those pictures, NFTs, basically, or you can burn them to get more CryptoZoo tokens to start over, or just cash out.
Okay, sounds like an interesting game.
And how this connects, like we mentioned in the beginning, so CryptoZoo, as the good internet detective he is, created a 3-part video that included
Coffeezilla created a video, not
Coffeezilla,
CryptoZoo.
yeah, sorry.
Too
Coffeezilla.
enthusiastic.
Coffeezilla created a 3-part video over the course of 2 weeks. He published it in the course of 2 weeks, but he was creating this research for over 1 year.
Whoa.
And this is like really where the juicy stuff is going on. He starts investigating Logan Paul, all the token addresses. Did the game even work? He starts investigating his ex-employees. And it starts getting juicier. And
Just to
the
make it
outlines.
Just to make it clear, sorry, CryptoZoo project is not a new project. This is something that has been happening for the last, what, a year or so?
Yeah, a good part of the year, maybe a year and a half.
Okay, and CryptoZilla only got involved in the last...
You mean Coffeezilla?
Coffeezilla, yeah, my bad. Coffeezilla got involved in the last, what, couple of weeks? But the investigation was like
yes,
3 4 months.
4 weeks. Yeah. 4 weeks ago, he posted the first video, but he has been investigating this situation and preparing for these videos for the past year.
Got it.
And what he outlined in these videos, if we can do a short recap, is that CryptoZoo never worked as intended. He has been trying to reach out for Logan for at least a year, first through Instagram, then through his manager, then through email, and Logan Paul never directly responded to him, even blocked him on Twitter.
And he was reaching out with what? With questions about the project or with accusations?
Yeah, he's like a news reporter. Look, I'm doing this and this and this. I have come to the conclusion that your users did not get what they were promised, that you basically dropped the project to the extent that it seems like you don't even care. On the Discord channel, he didn't respond for over a year to his users.
So he was trying to verify the information that he was gathering all over the internet.
Yes, and from his basically ex-employees, which basically 2 or 3 of them were known scammers and rug pullers from the past. What's interesting is that's a shady crowd, and that's two more interesting parts that happen along with this. One is when he was interviewing. When Coffeezilla was interviewing his ex-employees, they told him like, look, Logan never paid us. Logan basically screwed us over. That's why we abandoned the project. And it seemed like Logan held just all his CryptoZoo tokens without selling them. However, where Coffeezilla gives credit to Logan Paul is that, look, I have all the addresses where the tokens of CryptoZoo are located for the founders. And it seems like 2 out of the 4 people involved in this project did not sell their tokens. And the people that did not sell those tokens were Logan Paul and his manager, Jeff. And what's interesting here is that in his investigation, in one of these videos, Coffeezilla also showed a recording of his conversation with Logan's manager. And he was like, okay, Jeff, this is Coffeezilla. Steven, I would like to ask, is it true that you did not pay your developers? Is this like at all true? And the Jeff didn't want to comment on any of that, and he said, look, if you publish any false information, we're gonna file a suit against you. And he was like, that's what I'm trying to find out, is it true or not? And you're his manager, you should like be able to answer me. Yeah, if you post any false information. So they were like in this loop where Jeff was avoiding the questions, and Coffeezilla was just like, okay, then
What's going on? Come on.
I guess I'll proceed with that. And what happened after this? So Logan Paul finally responded after this series started coming out. He responded, and Logan Paul did two things. One, he published a YouTube video in which he dressed up as Coffeezilla, pretending to be him and trying to expose Coffeezilla as the one having bad intentions and making money off Logan's name in terms of, look, you're chasing clout. And he said, look, Logan Paul said, I hired these scammers. I didn't know they were scammers. It's not my fault. You're wrong for saying the project is dead. I never sold any tokens. And I would disagree with everything except for the part where Logan Paul agreed with Coffeezilla that he did not sell tokens, but he made it sound like Coffeezilla said the opposite.
But that seems like a very aggressive video.
A very aggressive video, plus,
yeah, full of accusations, and he was basically not defending him, but mocking Coffeezilla.
Yeah, he was mocking Coffeezilla in a way that he said, Coffeezilla, I invite you to come to my podcast, come to this location. And of course, if you would be Coffeezilla, you would have a lot of reasons to be afraid to go. And Coffeezilla said, look, I reached out to you for a conversation. You did not want to. Now these scam allegations are live and you want me to come talk to you. That's a hard pass. We can do a Zoom meeting if you want. And then Logan Paul went on to rant publicly how Coffeezilla does not want to talk with him live, even though Coffeezilla is the one that invited him first. He was really just like in his own world when it was full of denial. Yeah, this is a really a huge thing that we're coming to right now, because also on his podcast called Impulsive, this is from Logan Paul, he discussed basically the whole episode about Coffeezilla and how much pain in the neck Coffeezilla is to him. And his friends said they were going to be asking him challenging questions, but in the end they were asking who, like, really, do you care about your users and stuff like, what did you have for dinner? in the lines of that.
In essence, the guy became a politician.
yes. And what's an amazing part is, even though Logan Paul has 10 times more the subscribers on YouTube, like, I don't know, 20-30 million in reference to 2 million on Coffeezilla, there was such a huge backlash, both from the Coffeezilla fans and both from his fans and the CryptoZoo users that were in the end scammed. So everyone was pasting like funny comments, hateful comments towards Logan Paul, and it seemed like Logan Paul shaming video for Coffeezilla did not work at all. So he didn't achieve anything.
So the community prevailed.
The community
won.
The community won, and that's such an amazing thing that Logan Paul called Coffeezilla the next day after threatening to file a lawsuit against him, and said, look, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take action, I'm not gonna file a lawsuit,
no way.
I'm gonna reimburse the users. And this is the first time that we can see Logan Paul being humble, genuinely interested in returning the users money. And he also is promising to invest 1,000 of his Ether, worth $1.4 million right now, euros, to start working and make this finally right.
Wow.
And
dude, we have a video of this. Is the video that we mentioned at the beginning. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. I'm just presuming that this is the video that you're talking about.
Yes, and I would love to enjoy this moment of a true Logan Paul moment, making things right as we always wanted them to do. So without further ado, the moment we've been waiting for.
I apologized. My initial response to his series was that of fire, an ego flare, whatever it is, pride. I'm a fighter at heart, and I was defensive because I know I never scammed anyone with this project. I never made any money, never sold any tokens, and I only had the best intentions going in. But the fact is that suing Coffeezilla is not going to help CryptoZoo holders, so I do need to focus my attention where it should be, which is on fans and supporters of me. You guys mean the world to me, so I'd like to announce my 3-step plan moving forward. Step Step one, Jeff and I are going to burn our Zoo tokens so we have no financial upside in the game and it will add value to holder tokens. Step two, we want to offer a rewards program for players who are disappointed in the status of the game. So essentially you're going to be able to burn your base egg or your base animal for the mint price, which was 0.1 ETH or the equivalent in BNB. I am personally committing 1,000 ETH to this, which is about $1.3 million right now for players who want to get out. And then step three, obviously finish and deliver the game as outlined in the white paper by completing the egg bridge from ETH to BSC for base animals and base eggs, completing the marketplace, and obviously completing the releasing your animals into the wild to accrue your yield function. To say I am disappointed in how this was handled internally is an understatement. There's a full internal investigation going on along with an audit, and we are going to pursue full legal action for whomever needs to be held accountable. If any money is recovered in the process, it'll go right to the community. My sole obligation is to my supporters, and I know this video is long overdue. Here it is. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize for how this has unfolded thus far, and I want people to know that they can trust me and that I'll always take care of the fans and people who support me. I appreciate your guys' patience while we do our internal investigation, and I promise to be transparent and disclose any information we find out in the process. And lastly, thank you, Coffeezilla. You have catalyzed this, and I am very grateful for your work and your investigation, and I mean that. Thank you, bro.
I have to say, I'm so proud of Coffeezilla and how far he has managed to push. Imagine he's the hero of so many users that are gonna be able to get all their investments back. Users have made investments anywhere for $25,000 to $500,000 into this project, and this is such a great step forward. Coming also of pulling Logan Paul into this state of humility, and I have to say this is like one of the happiest beginnings of 2023 I could have imagined for those users, and also in a way thankful to Coffeezilla for doing this for all the people.
Looking at the video, Paul Logan seems like a victim here. He actually displayed himself as a victim, and I'm curious how are we gonna see if his three-step process actually gets executed? Is there still a community that's gonna help him? That's gonna hold him accountable? Maybe.
I think the whole community that is behind Coffeezilla and CryptoZoo being revived is now all eyes are pointed at Logan Paul and waiting to see how he will deliver. There's a chance he won't.
And probably also to Coffeezilla to kind of supervise the whole process, not internally, but as an external viewer, somebody who was deeply involved in a project, in researching a project, knows a lot about it. He's probably gonna follow through this. Maybe we can expect another video from him on that topic. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, I would love to see this play out the way Logan Paul is presenting it. Yes, he maybe sounds like a victim, but this is the most apologetic and the most sincere I have personally seen Logan Paul be. If I compare that to him threatening Coffeezilla to sue him to come to this. Look, I have a three-step plan. I apologize. I messed up. There's an internal investigation regarding possibly scamming going on from the other employees he had. So be it. But this, I'm looking forward to maybe making even another episode when things unravel. I don't know, sometime down the line.
I'll gladly do another episode with you on this topic because, dude, it's so awesome to see you pumped. And even in the morning when we got on this call just to discuss what's going to be the topic of today's episode, you were like, dude, I've got something amazing, something we need to talk about. I'm so happy. It's the best day of my life. Dude, I'm so happy to see you so pumped up and so enthusiastic about the topic. We'll definitely do a follow-up. Not for the next episode, but down the line, definitely. Or if everything pans out super fast, maybe even in the next episode.
And what we'll do, we'll link all of the Coffeezilla videos in the description below, so you can check the whole series and any useful information you might find fun and exciting. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. This was amazing. Looking forward to many more episodes. Gaspar, thank you for being and sharing excitement with sharing this excitement with me. And for everyone else, if you would like more, subscribe and like the video.
Yes, subscribe, like the video. Robert, thank you for driving this one, and thank you for educating all of us. People, see you in the next one. Cheers.
Ciao.